I never thought I'd reach a point where I would intentionally skip my wife's birthday. But that morning when I woke up and saw Jessica scrolling on her phone like it was any other day, something in me finally clicked. Not anger, not spite, just clarity. A strange steady calm that told me this time, I wasn't going to pretend anymore. For years, I'd poured myself into making her feel loved. I remembered her favorite flowers, her favorite dessert, the exact shade of green she loved wearing in spring. But somewhere between our routines and her growing distance, she stopped noticing the things I did. Or maybe she noticed and simply stopped caring. I couldn't tell which one hurt more. Her birthday was always a big deal to her. Weeks of planning, outfits, dinners, friends. Every year, she made sure the world revolved around her for at least 24 hours. And I always helped make it perfect. Not once did I complain. Not once did I forget. Not once did I make her feel unimportant. My birthday last month? She forgot completely. No message, no dinner, no hug. She didn't even remember until 2 days later when she found a gift bag for my brother on the kitchen counter and casually said, "Oh, was it your birthday? I've been so busy." I didn't say anything then, but something inside me shut down quietly. So on her big day I acted normal, or at least as normal as someone pretending not to care could manage. "Morning," I said, grabbing my jacket. She looked up briefly. "Morning. Are you going to work?" "Yeah." She blinked. "Okay. Drive safe." That was it. No expectation that I planned anything. No nervous glance at the clock. No hint of excitement. For the first time, it felt like she didn't even expect me to remember her birthday at all, which told me everything I needed to know about the distance between us. At the office, my friend Caleb asked, "Dude, aren't you supposed to be doing something for Jessica today? Don't tell me you forgot." "I didn't forget," I said quietly. "I'm just not celebrating." He stared at me like I'd admitted to arson. "What happened?" "Long story," I said. "But I'm done putting effort into someone who treats me like a placeholder." For the rest of the day I thought about us, about who we were, who we'd become, and why it felt like I was the only one still trying to hold us together. I wasn't skipping her birthday to hurt her. I was skipping it because I needed her to see the difference between being loved consistently and taking love for granted. Around 5 p.m. I went home early. The house was quiet. Jessica was sitting on the couch, fully dressed, makeup flawless, wearing the navy dress she always saved for special evenings. She looked beautiful, but there was a stiffness in her expression, tension in her jaw. "You're home," she said. "Did you have a good day?" "It was fine," I replied. She swallowed. "Did you forget something?" "No," I said. "I didn't forget." Her face shifted, shock, then confusion, then a small flicker of hurt. "You're not taking me out?" "No." The silence was suffocating, but I didn't fill it. I didn't apologize. I didn't explain. I let the weight of my decision settle in the room between us. After a long moment, she whispered, "Nathan, it's my birthday." "I know," I said simply. Her eyes watered, but she blinked quickly to hide it. "Why are you doing this?" "You'll understand in a minute." I walked into the bedroom, opened the drawer where I'd kept her gift, and took out a small white envelope. No wrapping paper, no ribbon, nothing extravagant, just the truth. I handed it to her and waited silently as she slid a finger under the flap. The moment her eyes landed on the card inside, her breath caught, sharp and stunned, as if someone had knocked the air out of her. She stared at it for a long time, lips trembling. This can't be real," she whispered. "It's real," I said softly. "All of it." Her hands began to shake as she held the envelope tighter. "Nathan, why would you give me this?" "Because you needed to see what I see," I replied. "And because sometimes the truth is the only gift that forces us to wake up." Her eyes lifted to mine, shocked, speechless, and suddenly terrified. She held the card like it was something dangerous, something capable of rewriting everything she believed about us. I didn't rush her. I didn't soften the moment. For once, I let reality sink in without cushioning it. Jessica finally spoke, her voice barely steady. "You've been keeping track." "Not at first," I said quietly. "But when the distance kept growing, I needed to understand what was happening." The card in her hand wasn't a love letter. It wasn't a reservation confirmation for dinner or a sentimental message. It was a simple, neatly typed list. 12 dates, 12 moments, 12 times in the last year when I had planned something for us and she had canceled, forgotten, or brushed it aside. Dinner she didn't feel like attending. Movies she was too tired for. Conversations she cut short. Apologies she never gave. The night she walked out during my birthday call with my parents. The morning she said she didn't want to do couple things anymore. 12 small wounds that added up to one undeniable truth. She had abandoned us long before I ever considered giving up. Jessica looked at the list again, a shaky breath escaping her. I didn't realize, Nathan. I didn't know you were keeping score. I wasn't keeping score, I said. I was keeping track of when I stopped feeling like your husband. Her lip trembled as she sank onto the couch. I messed up, she whispered. I didn't think things were this bad. That's the problem, I said. You never thought about it. She pressed a hand to her forehead. Nathan, you should have talked to me. I did, I replied gently. You just weren't listening. She flinched because she knew it was true. She knew the nights I tried to talk and she scrolled through her phone. The mornings I asked if she was okay and she brushed me off. The time she told me she wasn't in the mood for anything that resembled closeness. After a long silence, she whispered, skipping my birthday. Was this your way of hurting me? No, I said. It was the only way to show you what I've been living with. When you forget the person who loves you, it hurts. When the person who loves you finally steps back, it scares you. She nodded slowly, tears slipping down her cheeks. It does scare me, she admitted, because I'm realizing I've been so wrapped up in myself that I didn't see what I was doing to you. I sat down across from her, not touching her, not comforting her. I'm just being honest in a way I should have been months ago. I didn't want revenge, I said. I wanted you to wake up. And the gift, she whispered. Was this your way of telling me you're leaving? I shook my head. No. If I wanted to leave, I would have packed a bag instead of a list. She looked confused. Then what is this? It's a reset, I said. A mirror. A reminder that love isn't something you receive without giving anything back. Today wasn't about punishing you. It was about letting you feel the emptiness I've been living with. Her fingers tightened around the envelope. And if I can fix this? She asked, almost afraid to hear the answer. Then I'm here, I said. But fixing it means effort, Jessica. Not just words, not just a nice dinner or a few apologies. Real effort. Real presence. She swallowed hard. I want that. I want us. I don't know how I became someone who stopped showing it. You got comfortable, I said softly, and you assumed I'd never leave. Her eyes widened at that truth. I don't want to lose you, she whispered. And if this list is what it took to make me see it, then thank you, even if it hurts. For the first time in a long time, her voice carried honesty instead of habit. I didn't skip today because I forgot you, I said. I skipped it because I remembered me. Her breath hitched at that line because it wasn't anger, it was clarity. Slowly, she reached for my hand. Not out of entitlement, not out of routine, but out of fear, love, and realization all at once. Nathan, can we start over? She asked. I squeezed her hand gently but firmly. We can try, I said. But this time we rebuild together. Not just me. She nodded. And for the first time in months her eyes really looked at me, not through me. That was the real gift.